Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Imagine a Life podcast. So, I decided to also record this in video for those of you who would rather watch it. But for those who want to listen to it, it's available in iTunes, in Spotify, and in YouTube. Okay. So, today I want to talk um, about the universe, the universe that is inside you. Okay, so just to give you a bit of a context of where is this topic coming from. So I have been, I've watched a lot of this series called Nova. It's from PBS, and it's about, it's a short documentaries about the universe, about stars, about the cosmos in general. And also lately, I've read an article on the Euclid Space Telescope, and I was just so um, inspired by the images that I've seen because they were just like mind blowing, jaw dropping images of the universe. I swear they look like AI generated stuff, but the difference is that they're actually real. They're captured by the Euclid Space Telescope. And today I watched um, this documentary from Netflix, and it's about the James Webb Space Telescope. And it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, space telescope out there right now. And the images were also as awe-inspiring and as mind-boggling and as jaw-dropping as that of the Euclid Space Telescope. And it also showed about behind the scenes what's going on, how they were able to make this huge space telescope, as well as the challenges that they encountered, and at the same time how the effort that was given into to making it, and how much they spent, the billions of dollars that they spent just to get that out there in space. And the result was just totally amazing. So if you'd like to check it out yourself, you can Google it, James Webb Space Telescope or the Euclid Space Telescope, or better yet, watch it in Netflix. So it's a series that's available right now over there. Anyway, so I based on that, so I've been like really inspired and so energized by the whole thing because they're into the interviews with the astrophysicists and the scientists that were involved in the project, kind of like made it a confirmation about, at least for me, of who I am, of who we are, and somehow our place in this little part of the universe. And so, as you can see, there's like hundreds and billions of galaxies. And they even point out and said there's trillions of galaxies. So it's still like being discovered each time because nobody really knows how many. And so it kind of got me thinking about, you know, who we are, right? And why are we here? If there's like trillions of galaxies in the universe, then why are we here? So, anyways, so this kinds of question is kind of existentialist. But the thing about it is at one point in our lives, we ask that question. Am I right? So, well, at least for me, I, ever since I was a kid, I've been really fascinated about the universe. I can spend hours and just watching the stars at night with my siblings. We have this little tiny balcony over on my hometown in the Philippines, our the old house, where we used to live. It has this little balcony, and at night, when we were teenagers, we would like go up there and just stare at the stars and talk a little bit. But for me, I was just so fascinated with all of it. It's like, what are these, little objects out there in the sky, and why am I here staring at them? And anyway, so that kind of like I've carried that fascination with it until I grew up. And from time to time, I get to see and read about the universe. And so lately, it has been like just a series of seeing that in the news and in the series that I've watched. Kind of like, hey, you know what? I want to get into the I get, the inspiring part, the inspiring piece behind all of this. Well, at least for me, and what meaning I make about all of this, right? So it's kind of like, what is the universe telling me about the universe? Okay, so that's why today I'm here and I recorded this, and for me, I entitled it as "There's a Universe in You." Okay, so just a few takeaways on my end that I wanted to share with you after watching all of this series and reading and looking at the space images. So, the first takeaway for me is that you are an enigma. Okay, so we are there. We have like this complexity, right, within us, the same way that the universe is complex. So think about this. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, there are trillions of galaxies in the universe, and there's even probably more galaxies than stars, right? And then, so that kind of like makes me think, so there are trillions of galaxies in the universe, but there are only 8 billion people in the world. And so in each one of us, there is there's a universe, there's a galaxy in there. And um because 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 we are made of the same matter and energy as that of the universe, of whatever it is that has built the cosmos. So we are made of that, the same elements of the universe. And so, these the stars, right? This is objects in the sky that we see, at least with our naked eye at night, are, these are also stars like our own sun, like the sun, and which we see every day, at least every day for some of us, and save for a few days or seasons of the year. But yeah, the sun is the star. And so we ourselves are born of the same material, right? And it's like it is in our blood, in the calcium in our bones. And this is what the scientists from the Unknown Cosmic Time Machine said in the documentary. And we are made of the same elements as the stars that has exploded billions of years ago. I mean, that is just amazing, right? So for me, you are a multidimensional, multifaceted, complex human being in the same way as the universe. Like right now, it's still being discovered. And, and us too, right? As humans, every day, scientists are still trying to understand the human body. What are we made of? Right? So you are a complex human being. So if so knowing that, right? Just own that complexity. And you don't need to understand you all the time. And I know that we wanted that kind of certainty, that kind of clarity about who we are, about ourselves, about what we do in our lives right now. But as human beings, that's what differentiates us from machines, from AI, from robots. Right. So there is a living universe inside you that just keeps on evolving and developing through time and space. And so own that, right? And then own that, acknowledge that many parts of you and nurture them, because that's what makes you different and unique from every other humans living in the gal in the earth, on earth right now. And in the same way that probably every galaxy, every star are also different. right, from each other. And there is that uniqueness, there's the complexity in you, and own it. So no matter what, other people will say about you, or, wants to box you in, or, shuns you, then don't listen to them. Right? It's just own that you are complex, beautiful, multidimensional, multifaceted human. And there is a universe that is alive inside of you. Okay. So that's the first one. You're an enigma. The second takeaway for me is that you are not alone. Okay. So we are all interconnected with each other. And, one thing that really kind of captured my attention in one of the PBS documentaries. So the topic was the sun, and about the sun as the only star, right? So the only star that we know, and we are feeding off of. So think about this. You are actually feeding off of starlight. And and the importance, right, of the sun. If there is no sun, just uh yeah, imagine if there's no sun, right? So the sun gives us life, right? I remember my one of my colleagues from Argentina, because right now Argentina is I think it's winter time over there. And one of my colleagues said that, oh, I miss the sun. I miss seeing the sun. And I kind of like felt the same way, that each time like I don't see it, it kinds of feel like sad, or a little bit dreary, or a little bit bleak, right? And there's that wanting to to be within that sunlight, to bathe in it, right? So that's probably why there's a sunbathing. Like people, humans crave for that sun to touch our skins, and because we feed off of starlight, right? So there's a need for the energy of the sun to also bring life to earth. And so just think about that. And why are we interconnected with each other? It's because we are experiencing it at the same time. Well, maybe not at the same time literally, but what I'm trying to say here is that we all look at the same sun. So I'm here and then enjoying the sun. Someone out there somewhere else is also enjoying the sun with you, right? So we are connected with it, and we feed off of the starlight itself, and the sun is also giving life back to the earth. So that is that you are not alone, and we are interconnected with each other, and you feed off of starlight. So I think that is just like I think it's pretty cool to know that I feed off of starlight, and I love it. And that's probably why I am so always looking forward to seeing the sunrise, because it's like a symbol of a new beginning, a symbol of a new day, a symbol of hope, and of being able to start and do something again. So it gives me that life to start each day, and that each day is different. All right, the third takeaway is you have a radiant inner light. Okay, so you're a product of evolution, a child of God, a child of the universe. So if your light is hidden, your job right now is to take it out. So one of the thing about the James Webb Telescope is its purpose. One of its purpose is to capture and view the cosmic objects that are, old and distant, and even as far back as 13 billion years ago, when the universe actually started. So that was one of its main job, is to do that. So the thing about it is that, I see this in a figurative sense, which means that sometimes we forget our own brightness, and it can take a while for us to see it and rediscover it and bring it out. But if we bring our own, awareness, that's why for me it's very essential. It begins with awareness, right? It's seeing what you're not seeing before. So it's bringing awareness to our own brilliance. Bring awareness to your own radiant light that's already inside you. Just like the James Webb Telescope, what what you can, right, potentially do is to scope it out and to bring that light out and let others see it. So bring your true self out of hiding, right? And there can be many ways for you to do that. For me, one of the ways to bring your inner radiant light and share it with others is, take up space, right? In however ways that means for you. Take up space by, using your creativity, owning your brilliance, tapping into your own inner power about showing yourself, right, and sharing yourself out there, because the world needs you, because there's a universe inside you, right, that's just wanting and waiting to be discovered. So next time, right, when you feel bad about yourself, or you doubt who you are, just remember this, that remember that you live in an expansive and giving universe. That universe is outside and inside of you. And there are endless things to discover within and outside of you. And so I just wanted to say and leave you that, and just, reiterating all these three takeaways that I have. First is, you are an enigma. The second is, you are not alone. We are interconnected. And the third is, you have that radiant inner light. And your job is to take your true self out of hiding and let us also see and experience your light. And so with that, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. So go ahead and look up the images of the James Webb Space Telescope, as well as the Euclid Space Telescope, or watch the series in Netflix. All right, folks. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And once again, this is Frances LaCuesta. And until next time, bye for now.